So as we start the trade day here as a live trading example, we're going to do a little record here as well for the opening bell. We got our whole trade plan set up for the group. And now let's throw this right in the center because it's going to be kind of annoying, but we're going to do one contract at a time like always. I'm going to jump in one, as I said, just going to mark it into that one. We're at the 1618 support and 100 EMA support on the 5-minute, which was not tagged yesterday, so we could get a first tag. And even if it wipes out from here, it's not that devastating to go down to the 200 for me, as we got a nice little pocket. But we assume that with 100 EMA 5-minute support here should pop us back up to the 666 moving average, or at least the golden pocket, right? SPY's dumping. It's going to open up into the golden pocket now, which is fine. That'd be support, right? So let's see what we got going on here. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. So like I said, if it does dump to that 200 or whatever, again, it's not really that far down at all. And no tag. We'll get the 100 EMA tag. Nice, nice. So we actually opened up underneath. That was the worst case scenario. We needed to stay on top there to push, but no big deal at all. So next targetable offense is right here, 2618 and 491.15, right? And again, I just wanted that quick pop to drop, and I was going to re-enter short up there, but no big deal. We're just going to manage this one, show you how it's done. We didn't hit our target. I can't add anything until we actually slam into that 200, right? SPY, holy schmoly, she wrecked the whole algo range, boys. We said short under 580.58 all the way down to the bottom of the range. Perfect. What a monster. She's at a bounce point now. Hopefully it'll help us out a little bit, maybe. We need a 200 tag here. Okay, we got a 200 tag. I just fat fingered that. That was a few too many. Okay, better average now. As you've seen it just kind of click into there, reset the one trade because we were red a little bit there. I fat fingered it, which is fine. We're down 35 at that point in time points, but doesn't matter. Again, that was how fast sometimes my trades go. A lot of the times I can't call them. So you noticed how fast that 200 SMA tag is almost like a program, where it hit that 200 SMA, pop, flipped right back to zero, right back to one contract. So now we're barely red 400. We're still up because we got our average there, still realized gains of over 1900. Now we're just chilling. And again, this is going to be a manage. Could have been an out right there, but now that 100 EMA, 200 SMA is going to be pretty big here. Weekly is going to be pretty big here. And if it continues the knife, then we just got to look for one more bounce point. Then I'll do a big bounce out. But we'll show you the manage. See how it goes. We don't want to go too far to the right because I might, holy smokes, that's worst case scenario. VIX actually, okay. So we might actually just take a small red here and be green about 1,200 bucks. We'll see what it does. Pre-market lows here. The VIX just gapped crazy up here. This was absolute worst case scenario for a bounce. Look at this VIX gap. Look at this thing. Look at that. So far up there. So now the VIX can come down, 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 which means the market can come up, 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 up. So, but it is coming into that +1. So I don't know if that's worst case scenario for standard deviation swap is what I mean. I know it looks good for the price action, right? But it's standard deviation swap. So this massive VIX gap, this could actually imply VIX is hot right now and she's ready to cook, because that big of a gap usually, I mean, to walk down that, I don't know, man. In price action, that's not a bad thing, right? For our long, because the VIX has a long way down. But the size of that gap on the VIX right here, showing like, hey, we got you on a huge gap up here. That could be a gap and go, because the standard deviation, if you notice here, these lines are not sharply pointed down. I'm going to get in a little bit longer in the bounce. Ah, shit, I fucking have that 3 again. I just did it again. I didn't change it to 1. Should be fine. All right, that's fine. We'll work with that. Now, and because the bounce is happening right here, our last piece of the puzzle, do you guys remember our support was the anchor long, right? And you can see right here, the QQQ anchor bounce. That's why I'm adding in, pushing into that anchor's first tag, and then we could actually see some upside movement. Now, again, we just re-averaged back down. You see me do another 400 or 500 back up to like 2,600 green. Now we only got 4 contracts riding, and we're up about 8-9 points. So we're looking for like 2,500 P&L or so after this pop here, and I'm hoping to get a little bit of speed here, but the VIX isn't really looking all that healthy for us. So again, you've seen us just re-average in, get another few $100 on the quick scalp, fixing the average, getting 500, getting 400. So we got like another 900 out of there. So we're sitting Pretty good, about 24, 25. And then as you're going to see me slowly start to manage this out, I'm going to slowly take my profits. So just close out half there. We had $900 of open P&L. We don't want to give anything back, of course. So we locked in another 400. And if we come back down to entry, I stop out and it's just another $400 trade every time. But right now we're okay, right? So as far as that first anchor tag, I don't like the MACD, so we could continue to watch here, but my finger's on the trigger to close out if we start, losing maybe 5, 6, 7 green points here. And if it wants to go down, then I might just kind of close it and just reassess trade. But right now, we're just kind of moving around. I'm going to go down to 1 right now because she's getting really close to entry. And now if it panics out, now I'm only at risk for like 100 or $200, and I cleared about 2,700 green, 29,889, blah, blah, blah. So again, adding to that 1900, getting about $1,100. Now we see that support coming in. The VIX is at, man, I don't like the deviation swap potential here. And that's the only thing that makes me angry about this one. Not angry, but you know what I mean. +1 deviation for the VIX. Now this gap though, like those things can gap and go, right? So if there's a gap and go here and push and the standard deviation looks to swap, our little long might get torn apart, but right now it's okay. There we go. So another little $500 hitter. We're over 3,000 on the account. I'll take $500 on the bounce play because we are bouncing off that 2618. And if I get a reset, boom, boom. So altogether, collectively, just under 3217 for all the scalps. And I know that was very fast, and the first tags happen sometimes very fast. That's why I don't get to call out every single little tiny move because you can see how fast those re-averages are. And I don't like a lot of people following what's on screen because being an alert service, somebody might follow, not even might, they will follow some of these trades I take, and they'll try to do what I do at the speed I do, but you guys will be lagged on Zoom. You guys might be account size restricted, and so on and so forth. That could be a lot of stuff stacked against you. So above the 2618, we're going to go back to the 1618 and start this long all the way back up. And if we get over VWAP, this thing's in my freaking whiteout. If it's over VWAP, we'll continue that long side push. So Q's worked out, 3 grand green, great. And we'll conclude that live trading example of trading the open, doing the averages. Tune in on the next.